Daniel Orrin Hastings was Delaware's 39th senator. He was appointed in 1928, specially and regularly elected in 1930, and served until 1937. Hastings was born in Princess Anne, Maryland. He went to college at Columbian University in Washington, D.C., not to be confused with Columbia in New York City. Columbian University was the first federally chartered college in the country and is known today as George Washington University. After graduating in 1894, he moved to Wilmington, Delaware to study law, where he passed the bar and set up his practice in 1902. In 1904, Hastings became Delaware's Deputy Attorney General, and in 1909, he became Delaware's Secretary of State. But he only spent 6 months in that position because in June of 1909, he was appointed to a seat on the Delaware Supreme Court. After a couple years on the bench, he became City Solicitor of Wilmington. Fun fact, when he left that job in 1917, he was followed by fellow future Senator Thomas F. Bayard Jr. And if you're watching these in order, you already knew that. Hastings briefly returned to his law practice, but in 1920 he was appointed to another judicial post, this time on Wilmington's Municipal Court. In 1928, Senator T. Coleman DuPont resigned due to health issues. Governor Robert P. Robinson appointed Hastings to fill the vacant seat, and he joined the Senate on December 13th. In 1930, Delaware held a double-barrel Senate election, meaning 2 elections at the same time. One was a special election to finish the current term, and the other was the regular election to the next term. Hastings won both. Coincidentally, the guy he beat was Thomas F. Bayard Jr., who had himself won a double-barrel election back in 1922. Hastings ran for re-election again in 1936, but lost to James H. Hughes. He returned to his law practice in Wilmington and enjoyed a long post-Senate life. He didn't die until 1966 at the age of 92. He is the second longest-lived Delaware senator. Coincidentally, the guy who holds the first-place record is John G. Townsend, who had been Hastings' colleague in the Senate from 1929 to 1937.